Every year, millions of students and families navigate the complex world of financial aid, hoping to secure funding for higher education. Yet, despite their best intentions, countless students unknowingly make critical errors on their free application for federal student aid that cost them thousands of dollars in potential assistance. These mistakes can mean the difference between attending your dream school and settling for less, or worse, graduating with crushing debt that could have been avoided. The FAFSA represents one of the most important financial documents you will ever complete, serving as the gateway to federal grants, work-study programs, and subsidized loans totaling over $150 billion annually. However, the application's complexity and strict requirements create numerous pitfalls that can derail even the most prepared families. Understanding these common mistakes before you submit your application can save you substantial amounts of money and open doors to educational opportunities you might otherwise miss. The first devastating mistake involves missing critical deadlines. While the federal FAFSA deadline provides a general timeframe, individual states and colleges often impose much earlier cutoff dates for their own aid programs. Many families mistakenly believe submitting by the federal deadline guarantees consideration for all available aid, but this assumption proves costly. State grant programs frequently operate on a first-come, first-served basis, meaning students who file even one day late may forfeit thousands of dollars in grant money that never needs to be repaid. Some state programs exhaust their funding within weeks of opening, making early submission absolutely essential for maximizing your aid package. The second critical error centers on income reporting inaccuracies. Families often make honest mistakes when transferring information from tax returns to the FAFSA, but even small discrepancies can trigger verification processes that delay aid disbursement or reduce award amounts. Some parents inadvertently include retirement account contributions as current income, artificially inflating their earnings and reducing their child's aid eligibility. Others fail to report untaxed income sources or incorrectly calculate their adjusted gross income, leading to calculations that underestimate their true financial need. Asset reporting represents the third major pitfall that costs students substantial aid. Many families incorrectly report retirement accounts, primary residence value, or small business assets that should be excluded from FAFSA calculations. Conversely, some families fail to report required assets like second homes, investment accounts, or cash savings, creating discrepancies that can result in aid reduction or complete disqualification. Understanding which assets count toward your expected family contribution and which remain protected requires careful attention to FAFSA guidelines and current reporting requirements. The fourth mistake involves dependency status misunderstandings. Students often assume they can claim independent status simply because they live apart from parents or pay their own expenses. But federal dependency criteria follow strict guidelines that rarely accommodate these situations. Incorrectly claiming independent status when you qualify as dependent can severely reduce your aid eligibility, as independent students receive different treatment in aid calculations that may not work in your favor. Finally, the fifth costly error involves failing to complete verification requirements promptly. When selected for verification, students must provide additional documentation within specific timeframes to confirm their FAFSA information. Delayed responses or incomplete documentation can result in aid cancellation, even after initial award letters have been issued. Avoiding these 5 critical mistakes requires careful preparation, attention to detail, and understanding of FAFSA requirements. By submitting early, reporting income and assets accurately, understanding dependency status, and responding quickly to verification requests, students can maximize their financial aid potential and make college dreams financially achievable. Your education represents one of life's most important investments, and properly completing your FAFSA ensures you receive every dollar of aid you deserve.